to a video of Gangstas around the world. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so please subscribe.
I forget, why did the guy shoot you 9 times? Was it drugs or something?
He was paid to do it.
He was paid to do it?
Yeah.
Who would want to shoot you?
Why were you targeted?
You're such a good guy.
It's my past.
It was a drug thing?
No,
like a
just-
business thing?
It's karma.
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 Explain to me again why this guy was hired to shoot you 9 times.
Well, he was paid because someone, felt like that I would potentially do something to them if they kept going in the direction that they were going.
Man, you are tough.
In this video, we'll be going over the man that shot 50 Cent 9 times and almost ended his life. Hamo. Darryl Hommo Baum was a figure whose name ripples through the undercurrents of New York City's violent past. A ghost in the machine of the 1990s street wars. The kind of man who lived by the gun, walked through whispers, and vanished into infamy. His story is as real and raw as the pavement he once ruled. In Brooklyn in the 90s wasn't the gentrified barrel of coffee shops and brownstones you see today. It was a powder keg of territorial beefs, crack air ghosts, and NYPD crackdowns. And in Brownsville, a neighborhood notorious for chewing men up and spitting them out, a young enforcer named Hamo rose like a shadow with a silencer. Hamo wasn't flashy. He wasn't a rapper, a drug kingpin, or a club-hopping playboy. He was something colder. A quiet shooter with nerves of steel and unflinching aim. He didn't talk much, but when he moved, people noticed. Even if it was only after the body dropped. But before the bullets and blood, Hamo was just a kid from the projects. Friends say he had a charm. When he wanted to, he could laugh, crack jokes, and even play basketball like a beast. But there was always something in his eyes, something detached, like he knew he wasn't gonna live long. So he made peace with the darkness early. What made Hamo's story even more legendary is his connection to boxing's most feared name, Mike Tyson. Hamo and Mike weren't just casual acquaintances, they were close. Hamo was like family. Tyson even once said in an interview that Hamo was his brother and personal security when he got out of prison. They rode together heavy. Tyson, still dripping with fame and cash, brought Hamo into his world, but the streets never really let Hamo go. He was a shooter, and even rubbing elbows with A-listers, that energy clung to him like gunpowder. People whispered that Tyson gave Hamo cover, money, protection, maybe even jobs to keep him off the streets. But Hamo was who he was, a soldier who earned his nickname, Hamo, short for homicide, the hard way. This is where things get legendary. On May 24th, 2000, Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, was sitting in a car outside his grandmother's house in South Jamaica, Queens. In broad daylight, a gunman walked up and emptied 9 bullets into him. Shot him in the hand, arm, chest, face, hip, and legs. But 50 survived, barely. But the name on the street behind the shooting, Hamo. The street said it was a hit, ordered by Kenneth Supreme McGriff, a drug kingpin with deep beef against 50. The reason? 50 had released a song called Ghetto Quran that allegedly named names and connected dots that weren't supposed to be public. Hamo took the job, or so the story goes. But karma comes fast when you're living on borrowed time. Just 3 weeks after 50 survived the hit, Hamo was gunned down in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn in June 2000. Shot in the back of the head, execution style. Some say it was retaliation for 50. Others say Hamo had built up too many enemies. Some believe it was an internal beef, money, loyalty, or betrayal. In the streets, even soldiers get clipped when the wars get messy. Tyson was devastated. At a post-press conference, visibly shaken, Mike said, "I had a close friend of mine killed. That's how it is in this world." It was one of the few public acknowledgments of Hamo's death. Tyson didn't need to say his name. Everyone knew who he meant. Hamo's story isn't wrapped up in honor or tragedy. It's a lesson in choices. He was a street figure, loyal to the wrong people in the wrong game. Not a victim, not a hero. A soldier in a war that had no rules and no winners. His name still gets mentioned in rap songs, interviews, and documentaries. 50 Cent even spoke about him in later years. Not out of hate, but with a tone that sounded more like respect for the game. How dangerous it really was. The streets remember Hamo, not because he was the baddest, but because he was real. Because he was a part of time in New York when life was lived fast, hard, and rarely made it to an old age. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't, please go to my channel and tap in with my other videos. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. So before you leave, please subscribe.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me is dead.